Hello there folks, and welcome back to ZeldaSpeedRuns. Today we've got an awesome race / tournament race for you today. We've got Indie Losers Bracket Round 2 of the A Link to the Past No Major Glitches tournament. We've got BrewersFanJP versus kelpsey. It should be an absolutely awesome match. And commentating today, talking you through it, will be Misanthropic, but I hope I pronounced your name right, and NY Rambler. How are you two doing today?
Doing good, thank you.
Yeah, we are doing fantastic. We are ready for this great matchup between two people who I consider very good friends in this community, BrewersFanJP and kelpsey.
Right, I just kicked them off, so should be an awesome match.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to the Link to the Past NMG tournament. This is Losers Bracket. This is between JP and kelpsey, two runners who are very evenly matched, I believe. Do you have the background on these guys, Buddha?
I do. So in terms of PBs, Brewers PP is according to SRC 133.17. kelpsey's is a 132.27. In terms of actually in the tournament itself, Brewer has had an average tournament run of about 134.43, whereas kelpsey about 135.36. So yes, pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, I do see on kelpsey's screen she does have her. She's going to do something a little different than JP near the end of this run. She's going to go for gold, sword, silver arrows. That's been her strategy all tournament. It's been working out for her. She got, I think, 2 wins in this tournament in the group stage with that.
Well, I mean, I have always heard, and as I've been told many times when I was trying to make that transition from gold, silvers to just regular spins, that if you aren't doing the spins right, getting gold and silvers will take about just as much time. So it's a good call. It's a good call, definitely.
Yeah, it's a way to just ensure that the end game goes smoothly because it'll make the fight a little less stressful. But other than that, these two runners are going to be very evenly matched. Again, kelpsey has been speedrunning this game for approximately 2 years at this point. JP, definitely more of a rando player who is jumped over to the NMG tournament for this. So, yeah, this is going to be a good match between two runners who both know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And because both have, I mean, even as much as we may joke about rando and whatnot in certain communities, I mean, they still know how to play the game for the most part. So, you know, I have no doubt that this should be a good race unless, you know, Aga decides to be mean.
I mean, Aga could be mean, but again, you know, the bosses can be trolly at different times. No NMG run is ever perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect NMG run here in Link to the Past.
Oh, no, never. I'm curious to see how they're going to handle this, the first, I guess, quote-unquote major trick, which is the old spin to get the key guard.
Yeah,
well,
neither one was, again, not perfect, but, I mean, they got it done pretty fast for all things considered.
Yeah, spun the guard in the right direction, and only had to 1/, so that's fine.
Yeah, so if you've seen one escape, you've seen them all for the most part, especially for runners that are in the 133 range like these guys are.
Yeah, my guess would be between the two, the only thing, or there may be a difference is when we get the ball and chain, if we're going to see 1 pot, 2 pot, 8/. I'll be curious to see what each of them do.
Yeah, I think kelpsey goes 1 pot, and I think JP 8/, so you're right, there might be a slight difference there.
Okay, very good. So, yeah, as Ramble already mentioned, not really a huge story to tell here. It is what it is. But of course, this is definitely a run ender for some. Oh, he is doing the 8/.
Yeah. And both pick up the get through one at the same time. Of course, kelpsey gets the lamp before talking to Zelda. JP talks to Zelda before getting the lamp. They should be about even leaving here.
I didn't realize Brewer didn't boom the guard, but instead just walked by him the first time.
Yeah, there are small things that JP again, when you're more of a random player, you don't think of these things as a speedrunner of like boomerang, the big key, and certain little things that come natural to speedrunners like you. Like you're a speedrunner, I'm mainly a random player. Things that come naturally to you are different than what comes naturally to like guys like me or JP.
Well, yeah, that's fair. It's not a criticism, just more of just a point of interest, considering they're all they're screen for screen pretty much the same. So it's always interesting to see the slight differences between the two. I know Kelsey is on console, but I don't know about. I thought I saw it earlier. Brewer's also on console.
Yeah, he's got a Super NC.
Okay, very good.
So we're going. No emulators in this matchup.
Coleslaw, I'm not a speedrunner. Don't ever call me that. So, I would expect personally that the matchup, or at least the pathing here, is going to be pretty even. I would say probably the biggest turn for either of them, or both, or neither, would be the Landmo fight in the desert.
Yeah. One other thing that will come into play, I believe, later on. Kelpsey picks up mushroom, but does not get the powder. She just uses it for fake powder if needed. JP will get the powder.
Oh, really? That will be interesting because that is it's going to look like a very large time gap in the beginning, but it'll all kind of converge at the end then.
Yeah. Now, I know, well, when I say on Kelsey's side, that she will be getting... I know most of the time when she goes for PB runs, she does that. I don't know if she's changing for the tournament or not, but I'm pretty sure the last time I saw her race, she did have mushroom in her inventory, not powder. I could be wrong, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, from what I've seen from Kelsey, that she's confident enough with the fake powder where I wouldn't expect it, but who knows.
Yeah, JP getting a little trolled there by the rats and the bats, so Kelsey's gonna have a slight lead exiting escape here. JP down on 1 heart, but he should be fine here. The rats only do half a heart.
Sadly, no rat frames for either player. Though to be fair, I guess Brewer does have a slight advantage because I guess he got the heartbeat, because he got the beat frames.
It's like Red Bar, just nowhere near as prolific.
Correct.
If you're a Pokemon speedrunner, you know what I'm talking about.
ZeldaSpeedRuns is coming in with that hot raid of a party of 44.
Yep.
ZSR, thank you so much.
Yeah, they just finished off their Zelda 2 randomizer match, and now they're here for this Link to the Past NMG match.
I don't understand Zelda 2, it's too hard.
Yeah, I agree.
For those of you who either speedrun or play that game and enjoy it, I tip my hat to you, because no.
Alright, so both the runners heading over to Eastern. Little Octorock action. JP runs into one here.
Okay, yeah, so it's not a big deal, though, that Brewer lost a heart, because you can pick one up fairly quickly. Be curious to see how they finish out the rest of this overworld here.
Yeah, it's pretty true for the most part. You see Kelsey is doing a little bit of pumping on the stairs to try to gain a few frames. JP, I don't know if he's going for it or not. If he is, it's very subtle.
Yeah. I mean, they both opted to boom that last guard, so...
Yeah, Kelsey with the 1-room lead here as we enter Eastern Palace, which is pretty straightforward. There's one little trick later on when we get the big key that I think you can explain a little better.
Right, yeah, the big key damage boost. But first, though, what's always interesting, though, is this one here first, is to see if even... So what's interesting about the Stalfos room here is that there's actually only certain triggers that Link needs to step on. And then only, as you see there, only 2 Stalfos will spawn instead of the usual 4. Also, Legend Donnelly is in chat ladies and gentlemen, everyone say hello.
Yeah, shout out to LD.
Right, so now we're going to approach. So Kelsey about to approach the dark room here. So pretty simple. So this is. Let's see here. So pick up the small key. Very good. Okay, so again, just about a screen ahead. No big deal. Okay, so now, as Rambler mentioned, let me do my attempt at poorly explaining what we're about to do here. So what Kelsey's about to do is the big key damage boost, and so what will actually happen is she'll take damage off the Popo, and then you can actually go through the anti-fairies with the iframes, and then still pick up the pot, hit the button, get the key. As opposed to normally kill all the enemies and the anti-fairies disperse, and then you have to wait around for that.
Yeah, that is a very big time save. But it's one of the easier tricks to pull off in the game. You see, Kelsey went for actually a backup strat because the Popo hit her a little early, so she lost an extra heart, but did get it done still very quickly. JP pulled it off pretty much picture perfect, as you would expect most runners to try to do it. Now we're getting to the back here. See Kelsey going to go for the quick strat to get the Igor down, grab the key, go to the next room. JP going to do the same thing.
Yeah, Gift of the Greenies looking good. This pot room is suspiciously difficult to try to do optimally.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It really is. I don't know why. Don't understand it. It just is. Kelsey, though, getting a good cannonball room now as we're moving into everyone's favorite. Everyone loves Zelda Gamer Room.
This is definitely my least favorite room in Eastern Palace because it can go so poorly real quick with the Stalfos.
Absolutely, and then Kelsey got herself good Igors there, and Brewer also gets a good Igor. So here we go, run into the Armos fight. So pretty simple, as you see here. Just pretty simple the pattern. It's a matter of just being able to count the 18, if you will.
Kelp had one get away from her there. JP gets done, so JP made a little bit more time in the airback, and I think these runners are about 1 second apart now.
Yeah, it sounds about right. But even though that, unfortunately, Kelsey did have to use 2 extra arrows, still having 4 coming out, not ideal, but still, better than coming out with 0.
Yeah, and JP leaves with 5. So I don't know the last race JP ran. He had a little issue with remembering which pots had arrows in Desert Palace. We'll see if he knows which ones have it now this time around. And this might be another difference also. I don't know if Kelsey gets the 100 and the bombs in the back here, or if she does tree pull.
Given how she's positioned, it kind of implies that she's going to do Saha Rupees, whereas Brewer is not.
Yeah, but I think JP does it also. He's just wasn't all the way on the side.
Okay,
I knew JP.
Yeah.
I knew JP would do this. I don't know what Kelsey's strategy was.
Okay. Oh yeah, so they're both getting the old Saha Rupees. Not a bad thing at all. But what's also gonna
Don't talk to him again.
Yeah, you got to be careful not to yell at Saha. So of course another one of those simple but important tricks, the old spin speed, which both get first try.
Yeah. So
now we're getting out of here. That's good.
Yeah, the issue with talking Saha there is that the dash button and the talk button are the same button. So if you're too close, that will happen.
Just because it's weird when you talk to people in this game, you don't have to actually. Ooh, okay. You don't actually have to be close to them. You can kind of be far away and still yell at them.
We'll see if these runners go for the spin speed to get to the library here. I know some do, some don't. Kelsey is not. And JP is going to go for it.
And he gets it.
But running into the bush, I think they did it around the same time. If he didn't hit that bush, it would have been faster. But because he did hit that bush, it's about the same time. I was talking with Ari about that because I saw him not go for it in an attempt, and I was like, why don't you go for that? And he was like, because it saves only 20 frames, and it's only if you're perfect, so it's like...
Yeah, I remember seeing Ari... Once I saw Ari not do it, I'm just like, okay, well, I guess that kind of settles that for me. So
I mean, I still go for it because it's fun.
I For me, it's Eastern spin speed tells me whether or not I should be trying to do
if
mean.
Eastern a second try, then you're not doing the one for the library. That's for sure.
Oh, absolutely not. It looked like so far they got a little bonk there by Brewer, unfortunately, but otherwise, Kelsey's having pretty decent overworld so far.
Yeah, see runners in chat asking how the spin speed works. So basically, if you hold your sword out and then you release it, and then in one frame window go to the dash button, you'll activate spin speed. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, and what's nice about so you can also know if you have spin speed because you actually can't slash your sword. Like your B button does not work until you dash again, like you tap A, then your sword works. So that's actually a really good way to tell whether or not you have spin speed. And as what Kostler's saying in chat, that's pretty much what it is. You hold B to charge a sword, and then you tap A as you're doing the spin to get spin speed.
Yeah, and right away we entered Desert, and already JP's missing arrow pots. I literally talked to him about this before the last race.
Well, I mean, look, as long as he gets, like, I know there's one there. As long as he gets the others, he'll be okay. But
yeah.
So also, what's nice about both of them getting the Saha rupees is they really don't have to worry about their rupee count anymore, because that's actually kind of a big deal. You want to make sure you have, ideally, you want to have like 9 or so. By the time you get out of desert. So, yeah. But since they have the 100, it's not really anything to worry about. Don't need arrows if you bomb Lambo. See, Blaine knows the strats. He knows what's up. Hey, shout out to Blaine.
I'm waiting for the player to go to Ice Rod Cave to get the Ice Rod for the Lambo fight. It is faster if you, like, line cycle it, right?
Don't they do that in low percent?
I'm not sure.
Blaine, don't do that in low percent?
So JP now skipping 2 arrow pots, so he's now down 10 arrows, whereas Kelsey's gotten every arrow pot.
Yeah.
Again, the main reason for this is just that, you know, Kelsey knows NMG more, JP's more of a random player. Random players don't really think about drops that often because they're opening chests and getting arrows that way anyway.
Yeah, so I'll be curious to see how he handles, because really the only next time he'd need arrows would possibly be for Aga Tower. Well, after Landville, obviously.
Yeah, but he might not. I don't think he uses arrows in Aga Tower because, well, he's going to use them all in Landville.
Ah, okay, very good. Well, it looks like both I was about to say it, but unfortunately Brewer got hit by the old eyeball beam.
He picks up those arrows. He knew about those. So he's going to have 20 going into this fight, whereas Kelsey's going to have 24. She grabs the other one, so she's almost full down here.
Oh, yeah. Ace brings up a good point. Technically, Brewer still needs 3 rupees. Alright, so let's see how this goes.
We're hoping for less short hops. It looks like both have 1 land mo down. Up now, Kelsey has 2.
Yeah. Brewer still has 1. Brewer now has 2. Alright.
And 1 less cycle for JP. Oh, so we 2 less cycles for JP.
Wow, okay.
I think JP got a 5 and Kelsey a 7.
Okay, yeah.
Or it's 4 and 6. Whatever it was, JP did it.
Yeah, it's 4. I thought it was 4 and 6. But it's always hard to try to count cycles when trying to watch 2 screens. So once again, Lambo being a jerk.
And look, they both leave with 10 arrows. JP knew exactly what he was doing.
I guess so.
To be fair, JP did use a lot of slashes there. He was a lot more.
He was very slash happy. It was,
but it worked out because he only got a 4 cycle, which is,
hey,
you don't reset 4 cycles. Heck, I don't reset 8 cycles. What am I talking about?
Well, yeah, right. Whereas, like, I want to reset. I want to reset a 5 cycle. All right, so next key trick here, as both of them are going for, is the old fake flipper. If you jump in the water at the same frame you're doing a transition, you can, of course, get into the water and swim without the flippers. However, there is one caveat. Should you get hit... Oh, please don't
like Kelsey just did.
Oh, like Kelsey just did. You will soft lock. So that... Yeah, that's a stinger. So unfortunately... Yeah, I don't know how that works. How does that work for the tournament? Because
all right, so for the tournament is you're allowed to save and quit, and then you have to save and quit to Link's house.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So then you either fake flipper back, or you take this route that Kelsey's taking.
Ah, okay. Thank you. Because technically, for those of you who are not familiar, the NMG any % category is no save and quit. So, as what Kelsey would have done, her run would technically be invalid. But as Rambler just mentioned, for the sake of the tournament, we're allowing it up to a certain point.
Yeah, that's the only time it's allowed. Is if you soft lock, go for fake flipper, you have to save and quit to. I think soft lock in any case, you have to save and quit to Link's house. But I think that's the only time really, unless you do one like Ganon or something like. I think a couple people have done in this tournament.
Okay. Well, I mean, at least to my knowledge, though, there really isn't. There won't be any other opportunities for soft locking shenanigans, at least in the NMG any %.
Yeah.
Didn't really comment on it, but Brewer had a fairly clean Death Mountain. Both the dead rocks and the cabbages were nice to him, it seems.
Yep, took no damage, so that's already a good sign.
Yeah, I mean, that's already an accomplishment in itself, whereas Kelsey looks like she also got past the dead rocks, at least the initial gambit. We'll see if the cabbages treat her well or not. Of course not, because as soon as she got out of that cutscene, she immediately gets hit by one.
And then another one.
Of course. So, Death Mountain not being nice to Kelsey. We'll see. I'm curious to see... Moldorm can soft lock you? Really serious? Really? You can lock it quick too? I have no idea.
Yeah, I know you can lock it quick. I've done that before because you know flippers. You can. I've actually done that in where I soft lock the catfish.
Oh. Oh, didn't know that.
If you if you miss the bonk strat and you accidentally go up into the water, you go too far in and you go out of bounds. Then you go in the water and you can't.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know Moldorm 2 has a soft lock. I remember that. Okay, Brewer, unfortunately, having a bit of a Moldorm party there, which is not what you want. But managed to get by unscathed. Well, I'm not unscathed, but got hit a little bit. And so now...
We saw slightly different strats from our two runners here, where JP just decided to bomb the switch and then just let the iframes take over. Whereas Kelsey's going to stick her sword out and dash poke the tiles.
Yeah, both viable strategies. The only, I would say, if anything, Brewer's strat was a little bit faster, only in regards to already hit the switch.
Yeah.
But that's really it. But otherwise, the time for the tiles to come around to Link, they both take the same time.
Yeah, it costs you a bomb. That's the only downside, which might come into play, but probably not. They should have plenty of bombs.
Yeah, so now a big... Oh, okay, he backed out of that bomb jump because he knew he didn't have it. It looks like he has the pixel, and he does. Yeah, so yeah, the bomb jump, of course, is something that is very key there. And now, can he... Oh, okay, he just took the damage, didn't try... Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, being on one heart going into the Landmo fight is not good, because Landmo can just troll you. He didn't put the switches down, so he had... Oh, he did put the switches down.
Oh, he did put the switches down. Okay, so we got... Alright, so now he's got 3, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's see how well Brewer handles this, as Kelsey's just coming up now to go get the Moon Pearl.
Moldorm, the quintessential run ender when you're on PB pace. When you have a sick light world, this will always end your run. Like, it's guaranteed.
Oh, of course. Unfortunately,
Very
again,
solid.
Oh, very nice. Unfortunately, the dinosaur not being kind to Kelsey. Unfortunately, shooting a fire or shooting 2 fireballs, so she couldn't even get through the little, the gap. So that was a shame.
Yeah, Kelsey taking a full heart refill as JP does get done with Hera here.
Okay, so now he is off to Agatower. Well, Agatower. He needs to go get the Master Sword first.
Yeah.
And then he'll be off to Agatower. Now, as Kelsey still a Moldor. And that, that of course is how Moldorm can be the biggest jerk in all the land. Just give you a little bit of a love tap, and then you just proceeded to get yeeted off the platform.
Yep.
If anything, though, at least it wasn't the middle one.
Yeah.
That's about the only... Go ahead.
The nickname Trolldorm is there for a reason. So she's doing a good job of making sure she doesn't fall off by leaning against the end while sticking her sword out, and gets a really good pattern for the case.
Yep. Brewer took a hit there, but again, because he's not dealing with the tree poles, that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Just, it's just going to be a troublesome for the first room.
Yeah, he loses sword beams for Agatower.
Yeah. And so even though that it looks like Brewer is quite far ahead, the race is far from over because there's a lot of switching that can happen, a lot of unexpected things, mainly unexpected deaths really are going to be kind of the bigger thing. But as we mentioned or alluded to at the beginning of the race, Aga 1 could turn this whole thing around anyway as well.
Yeah,
so we'll have to see how that happens.
The blue ball is the infamous most RNG in this, probably in any speedrun ever. You can have 0 and save a ton of time. You can have upwards of 15 and lose 2 minutes or more.
Correct.
Most of the time, you'll be in the range between 2 and 5. You're happy with 3 or less, and there you can see the percentages of how often you get blue balls in the Aga fight, which will be coming up in about 5 minutes on JP's side.
So, at least for JP, if you want to get your guesses in for how many blue balls you think he's going to get, put them in chat now.
Well, it looks like JP's about 70 seconds ahead because he pulled the Master Sword at 25:04 and Kelsey at 26:14. So about 70 seconds difference here.
Of course, Joss hoping for the 15.
Yeah, this isn't Steven running, so it's probably not going to happen. It only happens to him.
This is true. It does. It's weird. It's okay, Joss. We forgive you. All right, so coming in here. Ah, yes, the old dinner bell strats.
It's slow, but it's the safest way to do, and it's not. It's not that much slower either.
No, it's fine. Okay, and JP does fairy skip as Kelsey is just getting out of Lost Woods.
Fairy skip's good. That means you don't have sword beams for the maze and can't trigger the guards. It's genius.
There you go. I think he's doing big brain plays.
Go for the chest turn. Ah.
Come on now.
That's the one chest I almost always go for the chest turn, just for fun.
I don't do it for any of them.
That one, the Desert Big Key. That's it.
Ah.
The others I'm not even concerned about, but those 2 are the ones that I like to go for just for fun.
No fair. Okay, so... Oop. Took a hard... That's okay. Still around. Switches to boom. Okay.
Yeah. You see, he didn't take the bow out at all, so he's not going to use any arrows here.
Right. Kelsey, on the other hand, is doing a little low. That's okay. A little low on the spin, but manages to get through the first room. But fairy skip goes well, whereas JP now is in the dreaded room before Circle of Pots. being a little bit of the jerks, but manages to get through. Circle pots, everyone's favorite, and by everyone's favorite,
good
I mean
RNG.
nobody's. Okay, oof.
That's red guard that doesn't hold the key, control you and move left, and then block your pot throws. The worst.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, yeah. It's. I've spent many an hour just trying to practice having the timing or having the reaction time to read that one guard.
Yeah.
And of course, I still mess it up.
All right, entering the Aga fight here for JP's side. He had a pretty solid Aga Tower climb.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. And Kelsey's picking up speed. She looks. I mean, she seems to be doing well. Got a little hit there, but that's okay.
Yeah, I was talking about this for the last JP race when Dow was talking about how random players don't see this dungeon too often.
Well, right. Yeah, and Rando, you want to avoid this place like the plague.
Also, JP does have to watch his rupees. He only has 108. He needs to find 2 more somewhere. Hopefully, he realizes that and knows that the Boomerang Stun Prize will give him 1 rupee, so he has to use 2 of them.
Okay, he's on 1 blue ball, so if you want to, I guess you can keep track of him while I'll keep track of Kelsey.
Okay, so JP's on 1.
Alright. Kelsey, though, making her way through the room with the guards. Fauna room. Oh, got the boom. Got past without falling into the pit. That's good. Now she is making her way. Yeah, Ace. Yeah, he didn't do any arrow strats. So he still had the same 10 as from before.
JP currently on 3 blue balls.
Oof.
And that's 4.
Oh, so yeah, if it's more than 3, you're guaranteed to get 2 lightning cycles, unfortunately. Let's see if Aga will be kinder to Kelsey.
A 5 blue ball fight from JP, which is pretty much the one where you won't reset it, but you're not happy about it. If this was the attempt.
Kelsey just got her first.
As long as it's 1, she can make up about, what? It's 6 seconds per, plus 1 lightning phase, so that would be 24 and 12. 36 seconds. That's a lot. That's a big time save if she sticks on 1.
Mm-hmm. Don't jinx it.
Nuts.
Alright, that's 2. If she doesn't get, as long as she doesn't get, don't. Aga, why are you doing this? Okay, so Kelsey's gonna get 3. Because fortunately for everybody, this one is guaranteed to be a regular ball. There you go. Hey, and Koala, listen. Shut up.
JP does realize. Smartly does realize he had 108 Boomerang 2 Moblins and now has 110.
Right,
now just has to make sure he doesn't get hit with Kiki, and he's fine.
Of course, the big issue, as Rambler just mentioned, is that for Kiki, probably the second biggest scam in this game is you got to pay 10 to travel with him, and then 100 to get him to open the door to pod. However, should you get hit, you need another 10 because then Kiki runs away from you. So, and the good news for Kelsey is that Kelsey doesn't have to worry about that because, of course, she's sitting at 118, so she's doing okay at the moment. And it looks like he will not get hit. Nope. Yep. So JP will get through. Oh, nice. Kelsey going for the spin speed and got it. Good. So,
Had a hit knocks put the bomb in the wrong spot for Kelsey there, as we see JP entering Palace of Darkness, which has one of the tougher tricks in the game, the Hammer Yump, and a boss fight that used to be one of the hardest, but now has a strategy that made it a lot easier.
Very true. So, but of course, though, even before we get to the Hammer Yump, pretty much he will have to now mirror back to the front of pod approximately 748 times, picking up small keys along the way. Circular sword beams did not favor him in that instance, but he managed to recover and still get down before getting hit. Whereas Kelsey is now just getting in to pot. So we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, they are 2 mirrors separated right now.
This is always that bomb is always tricky, especially with the RNG that Brewer got. Okay, so now he's got the big key, so now it's just a matter of him getting to
Kelsey's gonna do the 2 mirror strat, not the 3 mirror strat. This
oh right, yeah.
saves about a second, but you have 1 less bomb.
Right. But fortunately, you know, Saha bombs kind of make the bomb count a moot point.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see how JP does this. Okay. It's the mole double pixel perfect.
Not going for the fast strat, but going for the safe strat. Just make sure you get lined up and then bomb when you get it done.
Serious with the correction, apparently, chat. It doesn't save a second. It's slower and 1 less bomb.
Oh, it's slower. Okay, I thought it was 1 second faster. I'm sorry.
Well, here's the thing about Serious, though. Hold on. I got to go on a tangent here as JP completed it. The problem with Sirius is that whenever I'm around and whenever he spits out facts, he's usually wrong. So I don't know how true this is.
Maybe Wayne can correct him, maybe, if he's in chat still.
Yeah. Whereas Kelsey got a little bit of a speed boost there by just hanging off the edge, as now she's positioning herself. Oh, going for the double bomb. That's fine. Now can she get the second pixel? And yes, very good. Very good.
So hers was slightly faster because she did get the double bomb strat off, even though she might have had 1 or 2 more menus. It was definitely faster because she didn't have to wait for the bomb to explode.
Right, so. And Ham has confirmed that Sirius is in fact telling the truth for once. Congratulations, Sirius. You've dodged a banning again.
We call Sirius the broken clock. He's right twice a day.
I wouldn't even give him that. So, fortunately, though, Kelsey has made up a little bit of time here. A little bit, because now she's not that far off. She's only, 2 rooms? Well, I guess now 3 rooms behind, but managed to save some time with the faster hammer jump and whatnot. And of course, it's a key thing here to make sure that you want to have beams coming to the back, as JP just showed, because you want to make sure just so you don't have to do any extra menuing. Okay, the turtles were not cooperating for JP, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, 2 cycles to the room, but no problems other than that.
Now, as Rambler mentioned earlier, this fight used to be the run ender. Was always this fight, because it was a very difficult fight. However, it has been somewhat trivialized, which, though JP not doing the strat, which is interesting. But normally what a lot of runners do these days is they'll do a spin speed strat, where if you do a spin speed before encountering Helma, or as you're entering the room, actually Helma gets a much bigger hitbox. So you can, both hit his jewel from a larger distance away, as well as hammer him.
Well, he might not know that strat, but Monka S'd it, but he got it done.
Yeah, Monka S'd it, but he did it. Kelsey got a key dash. Key dash, I love it.
Wow, key dash in that room was very hard. I
love it.
Dash there.
And Kelsey has the spin speed that I was describing earlier, but unfortunately the fireballs still are jerks. Oh, yeah, she's getting that. She's getting that good RNG where every time's a fireball, and by good I mean terrible. Oh,
we got 3 straight, and still
nice.
Got the Helma off.
This is Helma. Helma! Wow. This is absurd. Oh, this is bad. Oh, yeah.
I saw that coming once. Because in the second phase, Helma will do both the fireball and the tail slash.
Yeah. That's a shame. And I mean, it's I mean, that's the problem, but that's literally the problem with Helma, though, is just if you get fireballed the entire time, then that's something that does happen. Well, we'll check back with her. We'll check back with her as she goes back to Helma now. JP though, making his way through Pod Overworld again to head to Thieves Town. But of course, before he goes to Thieves Town, there's a bunch of things he's got to do. Of course.
Yeah, we're gonna pick up the shovel. Then we're gonna mirror, pick up the flute. Then we're gonna activate the flute. Then we might see him go get the powder. I think that's what he's gonna do. And then he'll get the Thieves Town.
He got past the murder dactyl, which is always always the scary thing. Well, second try hammer dash too. That's good.
Yeah, murder dactyls. Then you'll run into famed Olympian Usain Bolt in about a minute or so. Disguised as a red guard.
Yep. It's like for that one, the spin speed is almost necessary.
Yeah.
Kelsey looked like she had a little bit of trouble there in the turtle party, but took the hit too. That's not good because that essentially takes away one extra hit, unfortunately.
For the Helma fight, yeah. Because Helma does 2 hearts of damage with every hit. Alright, round 2 fight on Kelsey's side for Helma.
Alright, so let's see here. Got the spin speed. Alright. Okay. No fireball. Helma's being a little more cooperative. And meanwhile, JP should be setting up for... I'm guessing he should be setting up for spin speed here. Yeah, he is. Get past Usain Bolt? He does. Okay, now, of course, Helma being a jerk. You got
Oh
it,
my
Kelsey.
god.
You got it, Kelsey. You got it.
There we go.
Yes! Good. Excellent. Good work, good work, good work, good work. Oh, and Extreme, yeah, there is still a chance for a comeback because there's a lot of chance of death.
I'm not saying Cold Stare is an odds-on favorite to kill JP here, but it might happen. Cold Stare's a new run under. It's the new Helmasaur. Because now more runs go past Helmasaur, then they decide to Cold Stare instead.
Yep. So now here's where the path diverges quite a bit, and now JP he went ahead after activating the flute, went ahead, got Mushroom, went to the potion shop to grab the powder. So of course the powder, turns the anti-fairies into fairies and whatnot. That's true. I didn't mention that.
The spin dash that JP. I think JP always does that. Spin dash.
Witch's Hut spin dash always good. Let's see how he handles 3 Musketeers. This one's always tricky. Oh, okay, nice.
Another something you'll see from JP's side a lot. Better to be safe than sorry.
There's nothing wrong with safe. I mean, look, being safe is way better than being dead. So. A little trouble to hammer dash, but JP did get through it. Whereas it looks like... Oh, good. So Kelsey got through the Pod Overworld, which I feel is the most dangerous part of the Thieves Town split anyway. Nice. Okay, good. So JP now makes his way into Thieves Town, 4220.
Yep. Down. It has a couple tricky rooms, mainly the Hellway.
So yeah, Hellway, always fun in that there's really only 1 pixel that you can be on to get a clean run all the way through. That's also if the Patrick Stars are going to cooperate, because you can get the God Pixel, but Patrick Star can still get in the way.
Yeah, and he only has $3. Kelsey with the flute pickup on her end as JP enters the back of Thieves Town.
Sorry, I was just going to let the joke sit, but okay, very good.
I mean, if you didn't react to it, no one's going to react to it. I thought it was good.
I mean, I giggled on the inside. Alright, so now here we go, the dreaded Hellway. Didn't get the pixel. Took one hit. That's fine though. That's not bad. That's not bad. So anyone who has never seen a run before or don't remember this may seem like the most out of place thing to do here, because what JP and what Kelsey will do here later is literally we're going up into the attic just to literally only do one thing, and that's put a bomb right where that sun is. And so that's it. We don't get the chest. We don't do anything else in there. But for those of you who have never played this or may have forgotten, it's very, very important you do that, because that's the only way to initiate the boss fight.
Yeah. Pretty solid Thieves Town so far on JP's end. Hasn't taken much damage at all. We're going to come down here, rescue another maiden, who is definitely not the boss of the dungeon. Not at all.
Nope, not at all. It was a shame he tried to pick up the bomb in the toilet room, but it got away from him.
Kelsey did not get the powder. She just stick the mushroom. So she picked up free about 40 seconds there.
Yeah, so that'll be... Yeah, the problem with that horse head is that, you can do everything right there and still get plowed in that one area, which is no good. Yeah. Well, I spoke too soon about the bomb. JP got a bomb drop from one of the jellies. Foregoing the arrows.
We got on him on that one also.
Yeah.
Those are the arrows. Anyway, in case people are wondering about what I mean, fake powder with the mushroom. If you are out of magic, you can use the Cane of Samaria, the most broken weapon in the game, and then immediately switch over to the mushroom, and the game will react like you have the powder. So it's a good way to, in case of emergency, break glass, use powder, and it's useful pretty much in the fake version at least. It'll definitely be nice for Kelsey's run, as you saw. Blind's pretty scripted, and JP took care of no problem. Because Kelsey will be getting the Samaria earlier, it might come a little more into play.
Yeah, so and the one thing though to note about the fake powder though is you can, because I've done this way too many times, if you do the whole thing, you run out of magic, you're on Samaria, and then you switch over to what you think is the mushroom, but then is the mirror.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially when you're on the top of Ganon's tower, which is definitely the one time you definitely will use that strategy.
Oh yeah, no, that's never happened to me before.
On PB pace?
Fortunately, no. I did turn off the console after that though. So, minus really that last phase, pretty decent blind fight by JP. Got a little trouble near the end, but all in all was fine. Kelsey now getting through the toilet room. She's going to be making her way down to the dungeon. As now, of course, JP is going to get himself a nice sword made of Cheetos. Now, of course, why go through the trouble? Getting the tempered sword, which is, of course, an upgrade from the Master Sword, is just, in the long run, is a much better... It's a much stronger sword, and it, gives you that nice secure feeling because it takes the number of hits decrease by quite a bit in comparison to trying to stick with that Master Sword.
Tempered Sword upgrade is such a huge... many enemies that usually would take 2 hits with the Master Sword will now go down to 1 hit to Tempered Sword.
It's really weird, just, considering how powerful the Master Sword allegedly is, but it's one of the more useless things.
I mean, we learned within the past 4 years that it only has 30 base attack.
Right.
That's a wild joke in case you missed it.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see how Kelsey handles the blind fight. Okay, good start. Now, of course, on JP's screen, got hit in the middle, though. So
She
might be,
should
it
be
might
okay
be
if you hit by Blind's head, which does 2 damage.
right.
Oof.
And
She was
alright.
too hard. But she got
it's
out.
alright. Whatever. Got it. Good. I missed it. Did JP get Fence Dash?
I don't think he went for it.
Okay.
I'm sure when we go to interviews and you ask him, did you go for Fence Dash? His response might be, what's Fence Dash?
I mean, that's fine. Then I'll just be like, okay, moving on. Now you're telling me I have to remember that, though, by the time the end of the race happens.
Oh, you're 100% going to ask him now, aren't you?
If I can remember it. I'm too lazy to write it down. Okay, so the old Mummy Room. Mummy Room, of course, a fan favorite.
By who?
I don't know. Ham. Greenham loves the Mummy Room.
No, I don't practice this room. You know why? Because it's not fun ever.
I mean, I practice the room and I still mess it up, so it's... You know. I feel very hopeless when doing this room. But either way, he got through it relatively unscathed. Ham, that's hurtful. Ham, why are you being like that, man? Why are you being so hurtful? Okay, so another key... So the second of the 3 bomb jumps that we have to do is to get the fire rod. Now, of course... doing what JP just did infinitely faster than the traditional way of having to go down a hole, you know, going through another wall, having to hit a switch, and going through a whole blowing up of wall animation. It's a whole thing to do. Or you just can just use a bomb and jump over.
Yeah. I think technically, though, that is our 3rd bomb jump. I think we forgot about the one in Hera.
I always forget about the one in Hera. I don't know why.
Of course, the last one will be the one in Ice Palace.
Because, you know, Light World doesn't matter, Kappa. Oh, okay, took the hit there. Now, as JP comes up to Moth, everyone loves Moth, and by everyone I mean nobody again, in that, of course, the problem with Moth has to do with the room that she's in, with the whole... She can't really be into the spikes, because then... Then you don't do damage on her. So have to try to work around that the best we can. Oh, grab the dangerous. Yeah,
that's the anti-air that's the most dangerous to get, but it comes into play because Mothula can troll you and being on 4 hearts in the Mothula fight, not fun.
Oh no, it was probably a good idea. So yeah, sure. Moth does 2 hearts if you touch her. Fireballs do 1, I believe. Let's see how this goes. So again, there we go. So I think at least 1 or 2 of those hits that JP that connected didn't count, but he managed to get through alive, which is good. That's kind of the thing. You just want to survive through it.
That was a very fast fight, I think.
It was. No, it was a very good fight. Very good fight. Okay, now Kelsey approaching Mummy Room. Again, Greenham's favorite. Mummy's being a bit of a troll, however, Kelsey with the very good adjustment of switching from pushing to pulling. So you don't have to worry about those jerks. And good. Excellent, excellent. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, go follow the runners, damn it.
By the way, in case you were keeping track, I don't want to be a jinx or anything, but JP is now 18 seconds ahead of his PP.
Why did you say that?
Because it's on the screen.
Why did you say that? Now he's going to die to Cold Stare.
You hear me? Wait, can
Okay, there we go. Sorry, so you got to hit, of course, you have to hit the flute at some point in order to activate the spooky for really the first part of Ice Palace, which we'll get to. But now, of course, the fun part is getting through the overworld.
Yeah, we can just an out of bounds run real quick. If we, oh no, never mind, he hit him.
Oh,
But yeah, that
right.
football can knock you out of bounds. It's happened to me a few times.
It hasn't happened to me, but I've seen it to enough people to where I've become probably more cautious than I should have been. All right, here we go. Will we see the quick fish? No. But he didn't soft lock, which is good. And looks like Kelsey is having a good back of Skullwoods here, so she will be making her way into the moth. We'll see how she does.
The hardest easy screen in the entire game.
Oh!
There you go. Oh, geez, Kelsey, what the heck?
Kelsey got the double poke.
RTA world record or something, I don't know.
I think so.
That was super fast.
That was the old only one spike moved. So that was really good for her. So that was excellent fight. She actually went a little bit faster than JP. Now the thing is with this whole thing, the Zora's domain, it's just it's like it's the trickiest thing to do optimally.
I just said it's the hardest, easiest room, or the easiest, hardest, because it looks so easy, but to pull it off perfectly, it's so difficult.
Right, because what a lot of people don't realize, of course, when you look at the water, you're thinking, oh yeah, the light blue is what you can touch because the dark blue is where you sink. Or since JP has the flippers, you can swim in. Actuality, that's not true. There actually is a bit of that dark blue that you can actually run into without issue.
This is an achievement that's very hard for me to pull off, and JP's pulled it off. He's entering Ice Palace with Woodbeam.
There you go.
You want it.
Yep. So again, you want to use the. So that was the whole reason he hit the flute earlier. It's just so you get a quicker animation kill for that one, whatever the hell that thing's called.
Spooky action glitch and Meyer, but for Ice Palace.
Right. I missed it. I don't know where Kelsey took damage, but unfortunately she did take damage.
Yeah, it was from the guarding the entrance, and then there's more damage.
And she got lottoed.
She's gonna go get sword beams here.
No, this is smart play. Just to go ahead and get the health. Okay, so while she finishes up and gets into Zora domain, we now have JP in the bombable floor. He'll head down there. I noticed he picked up an extra bomb too. Let's see how this goes here with the two.
I think
giant...
an extra one here. Yeah, I'm gonna both of them because they're only down to 4.
Right.
You don't want to bomb stomp or the Ice Palace bomb jump.
No. There you go, hit the switch, and then here we go. Let's see how this works for him. One of the key ones here, or definitely probably one of, if not the most important. Got it first try. Almost fell though, good lord.
Fire bar.
Alright, yep. Gotta wait for that fire bar.
Yeah. The Ice Palace bomb jump is not pixel perfect, but there's a few setups where you can pull it off. Not many.
Also, Ace, thank you for earlier. Yeah, a freezor is what they're called. Look, I don't know the names of any of these things.
Who new with the game? Come on, guys.
Yeah, I've never played this game before.
He is new. Even though he's a 128 runner, he's still very new.
Yeah, I've never played this game before. I don't know what's happening. So, as JP is coming up here, out of all the boss fights, this one here is definitely the most dangerous in terms of if either of them die, because you need to have the big thing is you need to have full magic coming in, because you need to have all of your magic to do to get rid of the first phase of Cold Stare. And so usually this will cause a lot of people to actually skip Ice Palace, go do something else, and then come back later. But we'll worry about that if it happens. Let's see what happens here. So it's 8 shots. Watch out for the falling ice. Okay. And then, let's see. Well, so far it looks good.
Very nice.
Ooh, very nice. Very nice. Damageless Cold Stare is always good times because that's a rare thing to come by. And then, yeah, the little ice blocks that come down do 2. Cold Stare, despite being a giant cotton ball, does 4 hearts of damage. But whatever. Of course, what is nice too is out of all of the dungeons, or out of all the crystal dungeons, Ice Palace is the shortest cutscene, so we don't have to sit around and wait too long here. Alright, so far Kelsey getting through all of the fun stuff pre-bomb jump pretty well. Oh, it's not the shortest? I always thought, what's the shortest?
Alright, guys, his name is Serious Buddha, not Misanthropic Buddha. Spewing out wrong information left and right.
God damn it.
Oh,
Thieves, Meyer, and TR all shorter. Huh. Right, TIL.
I knew Meyer was pretty short. I didn't know it was...
I don't know. Ice Palace always felt the shortest.
Probably because you're breathing heavily after, killing Coldstare with 1 heart left. So you're like, oof. You don't think about it.
To be fair, failed the bomb jump. To be fair, I breathe heavy no matter what. But it is what it is. So, second try bomb jump for Kelsey. So that's good. At least she managed to make it through there. Whereas, meanwhile, JP, I missed his Death Mountain performance, but taking 2 hearts of damage, that's not too bad, considering I've seen a lot worse. Yep. Grabbed himself a lightning bolt.
And I believe it was Ice Rod here as well. I'm not sure. Pretty
sure.
he
already shot for Ice Rod?
No, he's going to get it now.
Oh, no, okay, yeah. It makes sense now that I look at his split time being 8:52.
Yes.
Okay. Of course, this is always...
You could get thrown off by the 821 Gannet's Tower, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Okay, never mind. Either way, though, that ice world is always tricky because you want to do it quickly, but then you also have to read the crabs, which is always a difficult thing because they do 2 hearts. All right, let's see as he's going to head into Swamp. Let's see how Kelsey does with Cold Stare. 8 shots.
6 hearts. This is going to be a little dangerous, perhaps. We'll see.
All right, get the spin, doing the slashes. Got hit once. She can get hit again. All right, good. I'm about to say she can get hit again by the ice blocks, but not by Cold Stare itself. So
yeah.
But good. Good. Got through it. So now, once again, this is where the path is going to diverge. As you see here, JP went and actually got Ice Rod and did all that other stuff, and now he's going to the swamp. Whereas you notice Kelsey is actually going to go to Meyer. And so that's actually the faster thing to do in regards to the gold-silver route versus non-gold-silver route. So of course, with Swamp Palace, the issue with Swamp Palace, unlike Ice Palace, where Ice Palace can hit you like a truck, there's just so much stuff that happens in here that you can get killed just by getting hit by every little thing. So that's something you must be mindful of.
You think to yourself, this is the intended second dungeon. Should be... You're overpowered because you have a Tempered Sword here. The game didn't intend you to have Tempered Sword here. At least the programmers didn't expect it.
I don't know the original dungeon order.
This is number 2.
Ah.
Eastern, Swamp, Skull, Thieves, Ice, Mire, Turtle Rock.
Did you just say Eastern?
When I said Eastern, I meant pod.
Okay, very good.
It's basically the same thing, right? They're in the same area.
Sure. Kelsey having an excellent Death Mountain.
Yeah,
Especially because she didn't take any damage.
Yeah, damageless. Now she's gonna head straight to Meyer now. Still gonna have sword beams for Meyer too.
Which is essential.
Yeah.
Now, the key thing here is, so her, of course, picking up that rock is imperative that she picked it up from the bottom, because now she is beginning to set up the process for the old spooky action glitch, which we'll get to that here later. So spin to win, so we'll do all that. I guess we should take this time to remind everybody, as cutscenes are playing, that you are watching the 17th match of the losers bracket between BrewersFanJP and kelpsey on ZeldaSpeedRuns 2.
That's why he gets paid the big bucks, guys.
I don't get paid anything. Shut up. So, as you see here, the importance of having those beams is so you can have... That's about as clean of a Mire 2 as you can get. The Popo is always a bit of a problem, but that was really, really good, though. So that was good for Kelsey, as now she will make her way. And then Lonely Firebar. Ooh. So, I'm a little worried about JP. I haven't been paying attention to JP's health count. In fact, he only has 5 hearts left. It is a bit skittish.
Yeah, JP had 5 hearts, but there are some heart pots he can pick up along the way before he gets to Argus.
Yeah, I mean there are two I think in the restock room.
Yeah. One side has two hearts. The other side has 5 bombs, 1 bomb, 5 arrows. I always forget which side's which.
Right.
As the hook shots picked up.
Yep, and fortunately took a hit from the old water bubble thing.
Yeah, but again, these hits don't hurt as much as other dungeons, where some things will deal 2 hearts damage to you. Most of the things you can only deal 1.
Impressive that he had, like, he found the right pixel essentially to pick up the pot without doing a hook dash. Okay, so in terms of strats here, really the only next strat for Kelsey, should she choose to do it, possibly, is to do Spark Gamble. Let's see if she even sets herself up for that, and if she does, great. If not, alright, she sets up Spark Gamble. Oh no, she doesn't. She just goes around. That's fine. So, JP picked up the 2 hearts that were in the left pot. Now, in Phelps' way. Oh! And this is what's so difficult about doing Mire without the hook shot. Is there at that right there, what you just saw on Kelsey's screen, is that you have to be quick enough to get past the falling blocks. Otherwise, you saw the result. Meanwhile, as we come in here, looks like JP's about to get a 1-cycle Argus. Yep.
Barely 1 cycle, but got it.
Yep.
And
wow. Gets the quick kill. Wow. He almost looks like a real speedrunner.
Yeah, if Kelsey was on hearts, that was one of the rooms where she could use the fake powder because she could get the full magic here. But I think if she does that, she loses Spooky, so never mind.
Yeah, no, pretty much the only time you want to be with fake powder, the only time you really want to be doing Spooky and Myers at the very, very end. Okay, so with Spooky, you want to make sure you take a look at her feet. You notice how, or Link's feet, you notice how there was the little cloud of dust. If you see the little cloud of dust and then a block placed, that usually means Spooky's been activated, and you'll be able to tell right in here in that when she fire rods this spike, you saw how the screen stopped for a second.
Yeah.
That means the switch was hit, so that means Spooky was activated. So that saves a ton of time because she didn't have to go up to hit the switch, nor did she have to use a bomb into the wall there to get the second switch, and then she can just hit this torch here for the third switch, and all is right with the world. So, curious to see what's going to happen, because she has enough health to where... Yeah, okay, so she's skipping the fake powder altogether, because she doesn't need to do it. Now, Viddy. Viddy can claim many. Viddy claimed, actually, someone in the last run that I commentated. And so we'll see. Hopefully that will not repeat again.
Yeah, happened to zero cycle.
got the Viddy zero cycle. Very nice. Excellent. Good. Good. Okay, so now the roles will be reversed. Kelsey's going to be heading into... will not be heading in the swamp, as JP is now heading into Mire. So we'll see how they handle this.
Yeah. And I believe JP does not go for Spooky. So that'll be another 8 or so seconds he's going to lose a little ground on. But again, he's still ahead by a solid 3 minutes or so.
Yeah. I mean, there's still plenty of game left. But we are running out of time as well. You know, it's one of those things. You can be patient, but you got to hurry up as well. Alright, let's see how JP handles this. Okay, yeah, you gotta be careful with that, with the one fireball.
Very nice movement by JP's part there to get that small key.
Mm-hmm. Kelsey, getting the quick warp. And getting the hammer dash. Okay, very good. Swim across, get that one idiot out of the way. Watch out for the bomber. Okay. Ooh, that was close. Okay. And not that it's a problem, because you can see Kelsey's count, but the other thing to kind of be aware of here, if you were going to go for golds and silvers, is that you have to make sure you have 100 rupees. Because it costs 100 rupees to get the big pink bomb.
Yeah.
So now will JP... Does he know Spark Gamble?
No. He's a random player.
Okay, very good. I mean, he gambled with a Spark, but he didn't...
Yeah.
It wasn't the right one. It's okay. It was an attempt.
Yeah, I remember when I was my one race on stream, I blew the NMG runner's mind when I went for Spark Gamble. The Spark came down, and then I bonked to avoid taking damage. They were like, wait, what's that?
It's a viable strategy.
Yeah, it loses time, but you save hearts. Speaking of saving hearts, JP did not do that in the spike room.
No.
There's extra damage that's 2 there.
Yeah, that's...
So we'll see if he powders the Any Fairy here. Because again, he's not going for Spooky, so he might. No, he's not going to.
He might be holding out then till the end.
Yeah. Again, another sure tell sign is not going for Spooky. He did not get full magic.
Right. Yeah. And as you saw there, you didn't see any poof of dust coming from Link's feet. And as already the aforementioned, no full magic, so it really doesn't matter. But that's okay. Kelsey with the thumbs up or something. Okay, now switch the... Alright, so now hit the switch. So now, yeah, you gotta go through the trouble of using the bomb. And Vortex, you're right, you don't need full magic, it's true. You can, I think you can get... Technically, you can get away with, I think, 1 fire rod shot. But then you have to... be perfect the rest of the way.
Yeah. What I will be surprised with is he skips using powder on this anti-fairy.
I'm doing that from memory, so I don't know. No, yeah, he's... Yeah. Take the damage, get that. Very good. Full hearts. 24 arrows. Let's see how this goes for him. Mm-hmm. So, of course, the key thing here is you want to make sure you take damage from the slime first, because the slime only does 1 heart, whereas all the eyes do 4.
Yeah. So the key is to hit the slime, have the iframes, and then spin away on the eyes, which go down in, I think, it's 3 spins.
What? Sorry,
3 spins or 4 spins? I'm not sure.
For the little eyes?
Yeah.
Double spin. 3.
Double spin, single spin.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
3.
sure.
Oh, nice hammer dash by Kelsey. She now is making her way. Hook shot. And then, yep. So now she's gonna grab that. Gotta grab the small key. Takes the slightly safer path to watch out for the water bubble thing. Okay, so now, oh, another gold.
Yeah.
And so now the fun thing. Oh, and so what Kelsey did is what a lot of runners will do is you actually do a hook dash into that bottom skull, and then you have an easier time getting the being able to pick up the other skull with the statue in the way.
Ooh, JP was going for the super fast threat there, and still did it pretty decently.
Yeah, not bad. His rando is showing.
No, Dead Rock's always a pain.
Well, I know his rando is showing just because of all of the hook shotting he was doing. And let's see, how is Kelsey gonna do Phelps Way? Managed to get around the first 2 idiots, and then got past the third one with ease. So she is now heading into Argus. Whereas, as you see here, JP, oh, Dead Rock's at it again.
Yeah, Dead Rocks are definitely the most trolly, annoying overworld Nanometer is.
Good one cycle from Kelsey.
Yep, did not go for the quick kill, just 2 spins.
Yeah, that's fine. Though it was a little dangerous though because she did get above Argus. And what some don't realize is that, oh, I found out the hard way, is that when Argus jumps up, that hitbox is actually still active, which is weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's ended many a run for me. Okay, so Total Rock. So Total Rock for JPs you see here is going to be a lot of the ability of messing around with the Samaria Cane and magic management somewhat.
Yeah, there's also a lot of pain in this dungeon. You're going to have crystal rollers that do 4 hearts. You're going to have chops that do like 20 hearts damage. Give or take.
I don't think it's exactly those numbers, but he's about right though.
Yeah.
I am curious to see how he handles.
That's a proven fact.
Sure. Oh, very nice.
Ooh, I like it.
Very nice. Okay. I was curious how he was going to do the mirrors
doesn't
out.
open
Okay.
map chest. Impressive.
I'm glad he remembered. Okay, so, and he mirrored out, which is fine.
Yeah,
And so, oh, you notice now, too, what Kelsey's doing in order... So this is why you go to Swamp. Because now you can just go ahead and immediately go from Swamp back to, as JP overshot the door, you can go directly into the bomb hut, go buy the big bomb, and now she can make her way. Now the problem with the big bomb is unless you're doing those little tricks like what she just did there, where you hook first, and there's a couple other ways to do it too, but if you hook first and then dash, you normally cannot run with the bomb. But doing that, though, is what she was doing, allows you to dash with it. So
yeah,
that's really good. Because that saves a lot of time. Because even when I was still doing gold and silver, I never got the hang of that. Never. Nope. Oh, yeah, you gotta be careful, though.
Go back on top of the bomb. That'll just re-put the pause time.
Yeah, that's okay, though. She managed to correct it. Alright, so as she gets golds and silvers, we have... Okay, so we have the fairy, grab, and the magic on JP from Pokies 1.
Yep.
And so even so for Kelsey though, for the gold and silvers though, it is a bit of, menu management because she has to, get silvers. Then she's got to wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. Then we're back to this again, and then you have to make sure you menu enough times to get the tempered into a gold. Because you can waste time accidentally either throwing in the wrong item, which you get nothing, or, well, she doesn't have any bottles. So never mind.
Yeah, tempered.
Okay. Oh my god! Oh my god!
The god.
Who? Why? That's not fair.
That does not happen too often.
No, it does not. JP getting the God RNG from Pokies 2. The Blessing. Wow. Alright, so let's see how he handles Crystal Roller.
Yeah, I was about to say before I was interrupted by God Pokies. So I'll say that the difference between the gold sword and the tempered sword really only comes down in it kills some enemies slightly faster. It kills Trinex faster, for sure. Ganon makes basically free for the first 2 phases instead of taking a lot of practice and stuff. I'm sure there's other enemies that they fall down to 1 hit instead of 2 from the gold sword. Decent laser skip, only took 1 hit there. 4 hits of damage, but should be fine for Trinex. Never mind, he's going to powder. I think JP goes for backdoor strats on Trinex, so this could be a easy 1 cycle if he gets it. As Kelsey does get dead rocked a little bit here, heading towards GT. Oh, and missed the first Ice Rod hit. Now he has to be a little careful, but saves it a little bit here. Got the backup strat going. Now he has to be a little careful with his magic, but looks like he got it. No problems there. And very nice kill on the last phase. And Trinex is down. Crystal number 7 for JP as he's going to be heading towards Ganon's Tower. Alright, JP heading towards Ganon's Tower. Comfortable lead in the race, and he is approximately 30 seconds ahead of his PB. Could be the newest member of the 132 Club. Kelsey gets through chops with taking no damage. Very clean. Getting to Return to Rock here. We're going to see the torch key, from JP, as Kelp is going to go get her big key.
Butter, we see you lighting up on the Discord, but we can't hear anything, so this might be something to do with your mic, just letting you know. Now we can hear something.
Let's try that again.
There we go.
So, the problem was, my microphone has a mute button on it, and I guess I touched it.
Oh.
And on top of the whole pressing to talk thing, I just made a fool of myself to nobody. Because I was just talking.
Buddha thought I was talking over him for the last 2 minutes.
Correct.
But welcome back. Now that you got everything fixed.
Hello. End up being around a minute lost provides a ton of consistency. Yeah. Okay. I thought it was a minute or so. The time difference, anyway.
Yeah.
Kelsey didn't get the God RNG, unfortunately, but still managed to get through Pokies 2.
Yeah, she's doing a really good job into the rock. Only taking one heart of damage so far.
Yeah. And now... And usually... So, again, really for JP, this would... You always have... Because you don't have silvers, you do have to kind of be careful with your arrow count most of the time. But, however, he's got enough, and he did, does the deed.
That's right. This is another big deal in the gold, the silvers versus not silvered argument. Is Ice Armors is pretty much free with silvers, but even with wooden arrows, I mean, JP's going for pretty much the most common strat there is, and should get it done no problem.
Yep. Excellent. Good job for him. Now, of course, though, for those of you not familiar, it's very important, actually, that you kill those Ice Armors in a particular order, because that's going to affect the Fire Bats later on in the Ganon fight.
He did not pick up the arrows from the chest, so he's going to be down to 8 here. That's basically all he has for Mimics 1, Mimics 2, unless he gets the 5-drop out of the pot in Mimics 2.
Yeah, I was kind of curious to see about that, but I think you're right. I think that's what... Or you get the 5-drop there.
The rich get richer.
It's like he planned it. It's like he knew.
And, get a 10-drop there.
Of course, yeah. Right.
That never happens when you run out.
No, never. Or when you're on PB pace.
Yeah. Well, yeah, right. He is on PB pace, so you shouldn't really...
No, fair enough. Maybe I should just mute myself again and shut up.
Yeah.
So what's nice, though, about the gold sword is that it allows... Oh, she got it anyway?
Yeah.
That's a shame. It does allow for the possibility of a 0 cycle. It is very possible.
Yeah, hers was still faster than JP's. JP's messed up backdoor strats.
Yeah, absolutely. Hers is faster. Okay, there you go. Alright, and now he's in G2. Alright, so the gauntlet, of course, the fun part for anyone here who's in this. Oh. One of the arrows and thought better of it.
Yeah, we might end up seeing JP powder the anti-fairy before Landmo 2 here. It'll make Landmo 2 a little interesting, but it will... he got that heart there, maybe not.
Yeah, we'll see how confident he feels.
Nope, gonna run right by the bunny
skip
beam.
it. Okay. So what's interesting about that is that should you ferry that, if you ferry the bunny beam, the Landmo 2 pattern actually changes.
Yeah. The first one will actually spawn about the same time as the second one, and it makes the fight a lot tougher.
But moot point, he one-cycled it. Good work. Making his way now up top, as now Kelsey is just getting out of TR as she's going to make her way to GT. Frame rules.
Yeah.
So this room here, while it looks somewhat easy, trying to do it fast is fairly tricky. And by fast, I mean hitting the, not getting hit by the fire bar. But of course, what he did there is a pretty simple strat there as well. So
yeah, that was slower than the fastest, but still, very safe.
Yeah, not wrong with that. All right, so we're curious to see now. Obviously, he'll probably get the powder, or he'll powder the fairies in the room before Moldorm 2.
Yeah, for sure. this is the main reason why runners in the 131 to 1 plus range, well, I guess 131, 135 still use powder because that room right there.
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah, and gets a good Moldorm too. Let's see if we can get the quick hook shot. Nope.
Oh, missed it by a little bit.
Just a little bit. Yeah. Whereas Kelsey making good time in the bottom of GT. She's making her way to Ice Armos.
Yeah, but this is just...
Then there's this room, which I don't know what it is. It's nightmare. I remember Big John once called it the Super Mario Maker room. Like, yeah, that's very accurate.
Alright, so here's the Agatu fight for JP. See how kind... Okay, that wasn't that much kind, but got one hit on.
Okay, so yeah, that's one. That's
a triple.
That's a triple.
So
that's
this could be
4.
Oh, and this is a good setup for a 3-cycle anyway. Oh,
we got blue balled.
Definitely could have been an easy 3-cycle, but oh, jeez, what the?
Okay. Oh, Christ.
Look, we.
All right. All right. Very good.
Scoreboard, I guess.
Sure. So 4-cycle. I'm assuming by accident.
He's a minute ahead now. I'm not. I'm just saying.
Oh, he is. Well,
this could be a monster PB.
So now, and of course, though, as you see with Kelsey, that's what's nice about the silver arrows. One shot does them all in. So that's what's nice about that. So now she'll probably skip the arrows in the back and head up. She'll make her way up to the gauntlet. Meanwhile, so for Ganon, you got to get the first slash in, and then getting the trident spin is, imperative to 1-in-1 Ganon when you have tempered. So you got through the first phase, which is 12 hits. Took a hit there, but that's okay. You had enough health. And now there's 12 hits for the second phase. Using hookshot iframes because they are your friend.
Yeah, very, very nice first 2 phases for JP.
Yep, it was clean, it was good. So now, okay, he's gonna get ready for Torch Glitch. We'll see how that goes. As Ganon doing the warps. Well, Ganon actually being pretty...
Only 1 warp so far.
Well, 2.
Very nice, 2 warps.
Wow.
This is the blessed run.
I guess so. Alright, so Torch Glitch.
I'm sure if he wasn't on PB pace, he might have gone for the free spin on Ganon the first time, but yeah. Better be safe than sorry here.
Oh, absolutely. So we'll see how now this goes.
Should be an easy triple on this one, so it should be 5. Not going to get a triple here, I don't think, no.
And meanwhile, as that's happening, of course, Kelsey's still progressing her way now into G3. Not bad, not bad. Oh, good, quick G3. G4, everyone loves ice. Oh, she got through it pretty well. Looks like, it sounds like when I was looking at it, sounds like JP was just getting a lot of doubles near the end there.
And yeah, that's it.
That's it. All right, GG for
GG's
him.
in chat, and he's going to get a minute PB here.
And unless he falls...
Look how far away he is from the edge.
Oh, he wants to make sure he ain't falling. So unless he falls, he's got a PB. GG.
Very nice. GG.
Oh, well done. 132.15. I don't know what the official... 132.16 according to the bot. But no, GG's.
Monster PB for JP is OPB 133.17.
Join him now into the 132 club.
Just a friendly reminder: when this tournament started, his PB was 135 and change.
Literally
this is now
free.
his third PB in this tournament.
See, it's literally free. Oh, and then I just got a message from Rambler 10 minutes ago asking if I'm good.
Yes.
Look. All right. I don't know how to use my own microphone. All right, I've already been through this. Don't know how to use my own microphone. Meanwhile, Kelsey's still making progress here. She's doing very well. I think she got a 2-cycle Moldorm 2, Landmo 2, unfortunately, but that's okay. So I'm assuming, given her amount of magic, she's probably going to do Fake Powder. That's what it kind of looks like she's setting up for.
And just a friendly reminder, with JP getting this minute PB, 5 blue balls, by the way.
Yeah, 5 blue balls, so it is literally free for for the catch up. Speaking of him, BrewersFanJP, GG, sir, welcome in. Congratulations on both the win and the PB, actually.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I just wow. I was not expecting that. Especially after coming out of AGA, with those fly blue balls, like you said. But yeah, wow. Like,
Yes. Go
I
ahead.
just don't know what it was. Looking at my splits, like from Turtle Rock on, just I know part of Turtle Rock because I got great RNG on the pokies.
Yeah, Buddha was a little jealous of you on that one.
Oh no, I hate you because of that, actually.
But that run, there was no major mistake, and that's basically all you can ask for.
Yeah, I mean, there's minor stuff I still need to clean up, but I mean, yeah, I'm really happy with that run. I was watching the restream, so I saw what happened to Kelsey. That's
Kelsey had
unfortunate.
two major mistakes with the fake flipper and the helmet death, but other than that, she's had a very solid run herself. But again, those two cost a lot of time. The helmet death was 3 minutes or so, and 2.5, and then about a minute on the fake flipper.
And then it sounds like, and it also looked like Kelsey got I think it was a 3 or 4 cycle. I was kind of glanced over, but otherwise she's now heading into Ganon.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, also, JP, looking at your times, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think the restream was these, but 6 golds. 6 golds.
That Ganon gold's a fake goal. He beat him by like what, a tenth of a second.
Yeah, something like a tenth of a
Yeah,
second.
because his goal was 2:05 before also.
Oh my.
Yeah. So the Ganon was. I mean, maybe it was the goal was like a tenth of a second. Just looking through these, Desert. I had a really good landmill fight.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
Landmill fight, very very strong.
Yes. Unfortunately, Kelsey decided to hug the pig, and when something does 8 hearts of damage, it pretty much means the end. So, of course, real quickly though, for those of you who are not familiar with the gold and silvers, what is nice about the gold sword is she doesn't have to worry about spins. She can just go ahead and straight slash them. It's 6 for the first phase, 6 for the second phase, and then of course, after going through all the warps and whatnot, then she can just use silvers to wrap it up. So my goodness, so JP, you did very, very well. I'm impressed. I don't know why you didn't do Cactus Dash, but I guess I'll let that go.
I probably just don't know it, honestly. There's a few little tricks I still need to pick up.
And with that, Rambler, I now owe Rambler $1 because that's exactly what he said. But either way, this is great. So now, what's next? Are we you gonna drop powder?
I don't know if I'm ready to drop powder just yet. But man, I said I wanted to get to 132, and now I'm here, and it's like, do I keep pushing for 130?
Of course
I
you
don't
do.
know. Yeah.
The answer is yes to that, by the way.
Talk to the guy in the booth who I think last year this time was like a 148, and that's what he is now.
What are you now?
Oh, he's talking to me. 127.
Yeah,
127. Anyway, GG's for Kelsey. Damn it. GG's for Kelsey. Kelsey, she has finished with the time of 137.12. So, all in all, minus those 2 mistakes, sadly, it was a solid run. It really was. It's just a shame.
Yeah, it was just the 2 mistakes is what basically was the difference, and not only the race, but in what her run could have been.
Yes, definitely. But so we'll get her in here in just a moment. But yeah,
unfortunately, sorry to correct you there, but unfortunately, Kelpsey is not joining us for an interview today. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay, very good.
But yeah, I don't want to
so
get
let's see,
into. I don't share other manufacturer information. I don't really share much than that.
It's
but
fine.
you can just check the race room if you need to know why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good race.
Yeah.
Where's the bracket? I want to see what's next on the docket.
Should be a command in Cheverdes.
I think I looked it up before, and I can't remember who it was.
Oh, it's hosted on Google Sheets. That's it's been a long time since I've seen a tournament bracket hosted on Google Sheets.
Oh, it's going to be Parisian player is going to be next for you.
Oh, yep, that's right. Yeah.
So just PB against him too. No big deal.
There you go. 131, literally free. But get 7 blue balls. Don't ask me how I know you can still get a 131 with 7 blue balls.
Okay.
Oh, you've
done
done
that.
Well, yeah, I have done that before. That's the joke. But okay, so I guess before we wrap this up, then, BrewersFanJP, do you have anything to say to your dozens and dozens of fans?
I mean, yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for rooting me on. I mean, I do look forward to watching this one back, and like I see the little comments in chat about like things I'm missing, and I definitely appreciate it because I need to know these things. Like, there's still, like I said, there's still things I need to improve on. There's still movement I don't know, and I definitely want to get better. So, I definitely appreciate all the little hints and everything how I can improve. And I'm definitely looking forward to trying that a little bit. And yeah, we'll see when I get scheduled against Parisian.
Yep.
All right, then. Excellent. So I think that'll be it for myself and Rambler. So, George, go ahead and take it away.
Alright, so we got a couple more matches coming up. This tournament far from over. We got tomorrow, let me just double check on the schedule. Looks like we got 2 matches tomorrow in close succession. We got at 7 p.m. Eastern, we got G3 RD0, or is it just Gerdo? Just making sure. Versus Tam. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern. And an hour later after that, at 8 p.m. Eastern, we've got Ninban versus TM. So, first match is in Winners Bracket Round 3, and second match is in Losers Bracket Round 3. So, they both be pretty good matches. Aside from there's also multiple matches marked as tentative, so not really sure. These might change at any time, but they're all scheduled for Friday. 4:30 p.m., 7:30 p.m., 8:30 p.m. So if all of these work out, you might get 3 matches on Friday. That'd be cool. But aside from that, I don't really have anything else to say myself, so I think I'll just pass it back to you and we can end the stream on there.
Okay, very good. So on behalf of Newark Rambler, I'm Misanthropic Buddha. Thank you so much for everyone who did stick around for the commentary and for the race. Please make sure you follow... Someone put in the command real quick. So make sure you follow the runners and follow NY Rambler as well. You can follow me if you want, but whatever. Anyway, thank you so much. That's a lie. Brewers Fan is not commentating. Get him out of here. But thank you so much for watching. Until next time, we'll see y'all later.